Allah will cause the Muslims to forget what? I mean, if it's a song, I will say it's a song. To forget his revelation? Let us go Zakir Naik. Coward. He's not answering. Let us call him in his grandmother house. Phone. Old phone. Because there's no caller ID, you know. He's not calling. Okay, hold on. Let me use the different tactic. I'm calling him in 2 numbers at the same time. Griffin Prince, I you don't call me. Like, how the heck you know it's me? I mean, this is old phone, have no caller ID. First of all, I abrogated my phone line and I added caller ID to my grandmother phone. Like, what the heck? What? I bought a new machine. It is conclude everything. Okay, so Zakir, hold on. Don't now take me now. Forget about the phone. How in the world Allah he says he will preserve the Quran, and the same time he says he will cause you to forget the Quran? How? Peter Prince. First of all, Allah is capable of everything. Like, why? Okay, Allah is capable of what? So he make you, he send you Quran. And then he wanted to forget what he sent you. Why? I will give you the example. You say to your son, go and buy something from the supermarket. Like Walmart. Exactly. And after he's there, you say to him, you call him. You say, forget about it. And this is exactly what happened. What? So I told my son, go to Walmart and buy some mortadella. Exactly. And then I called my son later, says, forget about it. Exactly. But Zakir, in this case, Allah, he sent the mortadella already. Exactly. So how we can forget about it? We have it. Exactly. Like Zakir Naik, focus with me. We have it. This is before I buy the mortadella, I can forget about it. But now I bought it, I have it. What happened to the mortadella? Forget about it. How I can forget about it? It's in my trunk. It's my freezer. It's in my refrigerator. It's in my memory. I ate it. I tasted the mortadella. How I'm going to forget about it? Okay, I will submit to you. First of all, Allah is Almighty, and He wants to erase the memory. He can erase it. The movie is called Siko Siko Biko Biko Haram. It's a movie made by Hollywood. Speaking about a fiction movie, by the way, and they can erase the memory of everything. Allah, He can do the same. If they can do that in the movie, Allah, He can do even better. So, brother, Allah, He sent Quran, and then after He sent the Quran, He caused us to forget the Quran. Is that what you are saying? Christian Prince, I know you are very slow, and the reason for that, because you don't drink camel urine. Yeah, that's true. I don't drink camel urine. I'm telling you, drink camel urine and you will understand better. Allah, He sent the Quran, but then when He sent the Quran, He said to Himself, I'm not going to send the Quran because this Quran is not the same as the Quran. So Allah will make similar Quran or better Quran, and He will send Quran so He can read the Quran, and that will forget the Quran. And this is the only way we can do it. We have to abrogate the Quran. And if we abrogate the Quran, we forget the word Quran. And because abrogated the Quran, so we could forget the Quran. Zakir Naik, hold on. I feel like I fainted or something. Give me a second. Drink water. Exactly. And you get to prove the Quran. Allah in the Quran said, what does that mean? That means Allah, He made from the water every living thing. Is the Quran water too? Don't say topic. It's you talking about the water now, not me. So, Zakir Naik, Allah sent Quran and now you forget the Quran. Prove it. Zakir, prove it. How am I going to do it? Well, can you prove to me that Allah, He sent Quran and He caused you to forget the Quran? Yes, I can prove it to you. Okay, go ahead. Abdul, hold on. This is a verse in the Quran? No, Christian Prince. This is what a verse in the Quran. Okay, what happened? Allah, He caused us to forget. But you idiot, you just recited it. I did. You did right now. So how Allah caused you to forget the verse and you still you have it in your memory? First of all, it was my mistake. Sometimes Allah He caused you to erase, but not everything. So look like there is some verses and not erase. Thank you. Zakir, in the screen in front of us is here, you know, we bring better or similar. How Allah will make Quran better than His Quran? Can you elaborate on that? Christian Prince, first of all, when you go to school and you are in the 3rd grade and we ask you to write a letter, and then you became in the 2nd grade, and then you write a letter, and then you begin to the university, and then you write a letter, do you think the letter will be equal? No, for sure not, because now I learn more. Do you think that will happen? Allah, when He went in the 3rd grade, He wrote Quran. Then He went to 2nd grade, and then to 6th grade, and then to the 9th grade, and now He had better Quran He visited us. That's what it's meant, that Allah will write Quran better than the Quran. But isn't it funny that Allah He challenged in the Quran who can make Quran better than His Quran? Is that including Himself? Great Prince, this is not logical. Allah is not telling Him. So how you say who can make Quran like this Quran when He is saying I will make Quran better than this Quran? If nobody can make Quran better than Quran, it means there's no better Quran. But now He's saying I will make Quran better than the Quran. How you can solve this problem? Totally. First of all, this is very easy. Allah He can write Quran better than the Quran because He can lower the quality. He can what? He can lower the quality. So when He wrote the Quran, it was the lower quality. And then He decided to increase the quality. He lowered His quality, so He was cheating. Do you think your God Allah is coming from the Chinese communist government who cheat and everything? Is that what you mean? Christian Prince, I have to go. Like, hold on, we did not finish yet. It says here, or similar. So what's the point of making me forget Quran if you want to send me similar Quran? How we can solve this one? This is very easy. As an example, you say to your wife, I love you, honey. Okay. And then Allah He called you to forget that sentence. Okay. And then Allah He sent you a sentence to say it. Okay, like what? Honey, I love you. So Allah will make you forget about I love you, honey, and then He will send you a verse similar, honey, I love you. Exactly. And now I get you with it. Okay, exactly, hold on. So why He did that? Because Allah He don't like us to be bored. So as an example, you know, you keep repeating the same word. It doesn't make sense. So Allah will give you the word. But now the second word will be boring too. Is He going to send similar again and they change it? Allah He stopped sending similar after the Prophet of Prophet Muhammad. So after Muhammad He died, there's no more similar. Exactly. But this is very boring. You just said if in the time of Muhammad it was boring, so you have to replace it. I mean, after 1400 years, this is extremely boring. And you Muslim, you keep singing the same thing. Like you sing here, and send you better or similar. And this is something you say for 1400 years. How boring and how silly. And don't forget, it says, no, you not that Allah able of all things. This is how Allah He proved His ability by saying He can make better Quran or similar Quran. Zakir? 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 Will look like Zakir, he hang up. Okay. Because there is a whole narrative.
He is the Qari of the Quran. He is the master. He is who He is. And He goes, فَدَخَلْ فِي نَفْسِي شَكْ. What is all of this stuff? Again, this is you have asked us a very honest question. This is the first time I'm saying these things.
He did not translate here, by the way. He said that Ubaid is the master of the Quran. And he himself, he starts suspecting Islam when he saw that there is holes in the narrative.
Many people are aware who listen to my lectures that I've mentioned the crises that happened to me at Yale. This was the issue. That the issue of ahruf and preservation and qira'at and relationships between them, these are very, very difficult issues. And the most advanced of our scholars, they're not quite fully certain how to solve all of the unanswered questions in there.
Really? This is unanswered the questions until now. I thought Islam is so clear, the Quran is so preserved. I thought Muslims are so firm with their faith. And all of this because the stupid Mimi Hijab, he decided to make an interview and he decided to ask this question live on air. And this guy, he told him, brother, this is a question you should ask me in private. It's there in the video, go watch it. He asked him, he said, please, this is a question you should ask me in private, not in public. Mimi Hijab, he grabbed his beard, he says, no, please, if we give you a paper right now and plain empty book, do you write the same Quran? He insisted, and now we have this poo-poo.
Here's the point.
Drink water, drink water, drink water, you don't know what's coming.
These issues should only be discussed amongst people who know what the qira'at are.
This is a topic should be discussed only with among people who knows, not like you idiot, stupid idiot. So Mimi, why you are asking him? He asked you. He told you don't ask the question.
And who understand some of these questions that are being
So
raised.
is what you're saying the shirk that came, or not the shirk, but the crisis that you had was in relation to this question of the relationship between the ahruf and the qira'at, basically?
No. The crisis I had wasn't that. The crisis I had was, well, yeah, wait. That,
Uh-oh, Yasser Qadi have a crisis about Islam. I'm going to go to this guy just to show you that Islam is nothing but a pagan cult. He will tell you that there's no difference between the pagan who pray around the Kaaba worshipping idols and Islam. Plain and simple. Listen carefully.
It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers.
What? Who is the same belief? The Muslim today, you mean?
Cool. The vast majority of them, of the people, the inhabitants of earth, would not believe in Allah except while committing shirk.
Okay.
What is their belief in Allah Azza wa Jal?
What is that?
It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers. Are you serious? Yeah.
Yeah.
The pagans and the idol worshippers used to believe that Allah is the provider, that Allah is the giver of life and death, that Allah is the creator, that Allah is the facilitator of their affairs.
Do you
It's all over the Quran. If you read the Quran.
Did you hear? Those are the pagan. The pagan, they believe in Allah. They believe He is the provider. They believe He is the creator. The pagan. Listen carefully.
While committing shirk. What is their belief in Allah Azza wa Jal? It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers. Are you serious? Yeah. The pagans and the idol worshippers used to believe that Allah is the provider, that Allah is the giver of life and death, that Allah is the creator, that Allah is the facilitator of their affairs. It's all over the Quran. If you read the Quran, don't look to scholar so-and-so different with scholar so-and-so. Go to the sources. The Quran says to us in black and white that pagans and idol worshippers believed in Allah Azza wa Jal.
Exactly.
This is their belief, but they associated others with Him through invoking them. And nowhere in the Quran, if you read it from cover to cover, that you will find a distinction or segregation between when you make dua to someone who's dead, thinking that he's capable or not capable of your intention. Dua is dua. Allah says in many places that they invoke others than Allah. He did not call them gods in these ayahs. Allah says clearly that they invoke other than Allah and they don't have any benefit for them or can protect them from any evil.
But here we see that Islam is a pagan too, because later we will find that Muhammad, the Muslim, they will invoke him to be the person who do intercede for them in the front of Allah. So Muslims are mushrikeen and Muslims are kuffar. And actually even the Quran says that Muhammad, Quran is a stupid book, you know. So when you search for the word intercede, you will find it coming in many places. In one place it says, as an example, there's no intercession. That's it. It's not going to be accepted. When you arrive to death and you die, there's no intercession. Chapter 2, verse number 48. Chapter 2, 1 to 23. Chapter 2, verse 254. Chapter 4, verse 85, it says the opposite. Chapter 19, verse number 87, it says the opposite. Chapter 20, it says the opposite of 19. But look, Muhammad, he start adding his name because Muhammad, he wanted to be God. So he says, when you go here, it says, fear the day, between two brackets, the day of judgment, when a person shall not avail another, nor will intercession be accepted from him, nor from anyone else. Do you see it? No intercession. Okay, this is chapter 2, verse number 48. Move a little bit. It says the same. Fear the day of judgment. This is 123. When intercession will not be accepted. Not by anyone. Nobody can help. Okay. Go down a little bit. Suddenly Muhammad, he start adding himself as God. He is the one who is the Son of Allah, who can give intercession. Listen carefully. None shall have the power of intercession, but such as one receive permission. But this guy, he just said that the one who invoke a person, so he can intercede for him in the front of God, he is a pagan. Do you see why we laugh at those who grow their beard? The kuffar, the mushrikeen, they ask someone to intercede for them. Yes, they do. Listen carefully again.
And nowhere in the Quran, if you read it from cover to cover, that you will find a distinction or segregation between when you make dua to someone who's dead, thinking that he's capable or not capable of your intention. Dua is dua. Allah says in many places that they invoke others than Allah. He did not call them gods in these ayahs. Allah says clearly that they invoke other than Allah and they don't have any benefit for them or can protect them from any evil. And on the day of judgment, they will distance themselves from their shirk. So invoking is considered to be shirk on the day of judgment. And this is...
Well, the intercession is an invoking. Is you invoke somebody to intercede for you. And here we go. The hadith confirm that even the Christian, they will go to Isa and he will say to them, no, I cannot. Which is funny, because Isa, according to the hadith, the same hadith, he have no sin. They go to Abraham, he says, I cannot. They go to Adam, they say, I cannot. They go to Musa, they say, I cannot. And then they go to Muhammad, and then Muhammad will intercede. But here you notice the stupidity of this man, his name is Muhammad. Because if there is a person who have a permission to intercede, and this is Muhammad. Here you notice, in chapter 19, verse number 87, it says, in verse number 87, that nobody will have the right of intercession except the one who have a permission. And then right after that, the Quran mentioned Jesus. Does that mean Jesus have the right of intercession? Because why this is exist in chapter 19? This is the chapter of Mary, the mother of Jesus. And why the verse after it's speaking about Ezra and Jesus? Here it doesn't mention the name of Ezra, or but it's mentioned. Usually, actually, here the one who called Son of God is the Christians. So no one except the one who Allah gave him permission, and right away speak about those who took son for God. And as long as not allowed to anyone to do intercession, except the one who is giving permission, and if we assume that Muhammad was giving permission, then how Muhammad he said this? That he cannot even intercede to himself. Read carefully. This is the Sari Muhammad who always he make poo-poo. Abu Huraira reported. Abu Huraira mean like this is a word mean like the catty. I don't know what the word in the kitten, the father of the kitten, because he used to molest a lot of cats. So Abu Huraira, the father of the cats, reported the Messenger of Allah saying, "None of you will be rescued by his work." Okay, we got that. He was asked, if not even he would. Do you see it? He who? He Muhammad. He replied, not even I. So how somebody himself is not rescued, is going to be intercede? You know what I'm saying? How Muhammad can intercede for others when he himself, all what he did is not granting him to go to heaven unless Allah cover him with his mercy, and none of your deed. So all the lies of Muhammad here is getting busted, because praying suppose is a deed. Fasting is a deed. Doing jihad is a deed. Raping Christian women, Christian, Jewish, Hindu women is a deed. All ISIS members, they are seeking deeds so they can build an account with Allah, so he will increase the size of their penis and will give them extra women for sex. Here Muhammad destroy every stupid thing he said before, because all the work you did, which is your deeds, including prayer, fasting, etc., is not useful. It means nothing. And then in another place, Muhammad, he made more bigger poo-poo, where he says that this is a destiny at the end of the day, and it's not your deed, it's what you do, it's what Allah he decide for you. Proving to us that this man is suffering from mental illness, and he opposes himself always. When Muhammad he mentioned this, that a person of you, he do the deeds, and he swear by Allah, he do the deeds of people of heaven, and then what is written in the destiny of Allah will take over. And then the one who do the destiny of hell, and then what is written by Allah will take over, and then he go to heaven. So it is not your deed anyway, it's not even the mercy he is talking about, it is what is written in the destiny before he created you. It's not what you do by choice, because it is what is written to you without your choice. There's no free will. And as you see, all of this is sahih, so the Muslim cannot say, this is weak, this is Al-Qarnayn, he imagined the sunset in murky water. As you see, that the person he do the work of hellfire, is Muhammad first Calvinist? No. You know, there is an idea of this Calvinist thing in Islam, yes, but Muhammad is a confusing man. I mean, confused man. So he, in one hand, you see that there's the idea of Calvinist, and then in other hand, it says the opposite. You know, I mean, this is Islam is a very Muhammad cannot be accountable for anything he say. He's like a kid. He say whatever he wish. Is your mom home? She's home. 2 minutes after. So your mom is home. No, she is not. That is Muhammad. So you cannot take Muhammad accountable for anything and the proof in front of you. Because if your deed will not be considered. Let us go back to the previous hadith. If your deed is not going to save you, and we just showed you the hadith and the reference. So if the deeds will not help, so all the verses in the Quran about those who pray and those etc. They will have gardens and they will have etc. And those who do give donation to Muhammad and those who give money to Muhammad and those who, you know, Allah will give them a loan, give a loan to Allah. Allah will double their loan. So all of this is trying to be fraud. If we go in the Quran here, we will find the promise of the God of Islam, supposedly, that he will give you gardens because of your deeds. The verse is so clear. And give a glad tidings to those who believe and do righteous good deeds. And here I want to remind the Christians, when Muslims they say we believe in righteous good deed, it is not righteous and it's not good deed. Good deed is to do jihad and kill you. Good deed is to take your children. Good deed is to attack the Roman. Muhammad says, attack the Roman and get the blondie. This is the good deed of a Muslim. Today the Muslim, they try to present to you Islam is different, painted Islam, you know, with sugar coating. And even some Christian, false Christians, they adopt what the Muslims, they lie to us about. As you see here, Muhammad, he is promising them that if you do good deeds, gardens for you. So what we would do with this hadith, which is very authentic. This is in Al-Bukhari and this is a Muslim. There's no guarantee. And what we would do with this hadith, and this is in Al-Bukhari and this is a Muslim. That is not what you do, it is what written by Allah. Read carefully here. It says here as an example, by him paradise whom there in heaven, Muhammad swear by his God, that one amongst you act like the people of deserving paradise until between him and paradise there is remaining but a distance of a cubit. Like there's an arm between you and the heaven. That's it, you're there. When suddenly the writing of destiny overcomes him and he began to act like the people of hell and he entered hell. That is now. This is the stupid Muhammad. So I don't see too much difference between Muhammad 1400 years ago and Muini Hijab, who bring people to interview so they can get his prophet busted, which I like very much. This is a priceless video.
He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel.
See? Look at this. I think Jesus, he thought that he is going to be the Messiah. A potato Muhammadan sat in front of this guy as a coward. He don't dare to say to him, no, he was the Messiah. Take a note. This coward Muini Hijab, he sat in front of this guy who is saying to him loud and clear that Jesus is not the Messiah. He think he is the Messiah. But isn't it the Quran call him the Messiah? Which means if Bart is right, Muhammad again got a big nail in his bum. All the Quran confirm that the Messiah is the Messiah, and the Quran call him the Messiah. Chapter 3, verse number 45. Remember when the angel said to Mary, verily, verily, Allah give you the glad tidings of the word, and the translation is very fast, says B. You see all those between two brackets is not there. This is the fabrication of the Muhammadan as usual. You know, the funny is, let me stay here before I move it. Change the translation. You see when the Muslim, they say, they put brackets, this is telling us that the Quran is short of anything, to be clear. Because if the Quran written by God, can this God make it and add the B? I mean, why it is not there? Why you have to add all of those between two brackets? The whole verse became brackets. But because the Quran is written by a stupid idiot, we have to add between two brackets things is not there, because that will support our propaganda or agenda. So we go back here and we read this. Behold, the angel said to O Mary, Allah give thee glad tidings of the word from him. His name will be Christ Jesus. Did you hear it, Muini Hijab? You sit like a puppy in front of a guy saying to you that Jesus, he thought he is the Messiah. Obviously, he is saying he is not. Obviously, he is saying to you, Muhammad is a fraud. Obviously, he is saying to you, whoever wrote your book, the Quran, is a stupid. Because according to his knowledge, Jesus, he thought he is the Messiah. He thought. How stupid are you, Mimi Hijab, to sit like a puppy? You don't even dare to say, no, 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 he is the Messiah. How come you become a puppy in front of this guy? Did he pay you? Are you intimidated? The guy, he just said to you that Jesus is not the Messiah, and you shake your head? And this is an interview made by you, done by you, edited by you, and posted by you? Because, by the way, we do not know what else he said. This is after the editing. This is not posted by this guy. It's posted by Mimi Hijab. So God knows what Mimi, you know, what Mimi did. He took all like, oh, we need to hide this, and we need to hide that. Oh, this is not good. This is not that. So now after filtration, this is after the filtration. You sit like a puppy in front of a guy insulting your Quran, insulting your God, insulting your prophet, proving that, according to your knowledge, he is a scholar. So he's proven to you that Jesus, in the one everybody knows about or speak about, he is not the Messiah. And you accept like a puppy. Let us see how the head of Mimi Hijab shaking.
The future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
This is, after all, why they crucified him. Like, what the heck? So why the Jews, they crucified Jesus? They did not crucify him because he was claiming to be a prophet. They did not crucify him because he was asking them to believe in God. They crucify him because he said, I am the Son of God. I am the King of Kings. Mimi Hijab is scratching his bum at this moment.
I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him. I think that that's historically right. You know,
that, and look, he is biting his lips. That historically right. Hold on. Did he say that historically right? Now forget about religion. Forget about you are a Christian or a Muslim, atheist or a Hindu or a Buddha. Historically mean, according to history, this event happened. And you can, you know, I mean, think about it. This guy, he hated Christianity, is against Christianity, used by all who hate Christianity to fight against it. And this is the purpose of him to be there. Mimi Hijab, who is biting his lips now, and he will bite. By the way, do you know what the prophet, he says? That the one who is proud about inheritance before Islam, tell him to go and bite the penis of your father. So Mimi Hijab, you are biting what now? You brought this guy who is not a Muslim. You are proud about interviewing him, and you work for such an interview in order to fight Christianity, but in fact, he destroyed your stupid prophet. And now it's time for you to bite it. You have to bite it. I mean, your lips, don't take me wrong. Historically, it is true. Listen carefully.
I think that that's historically right. You know, I think that all of these gospel authors, I think all of them think that in some sense, Jesus is God. If you think that the Bible cannot have any...
Hold on, see, all the Bible author, they think that God, so it means they are true believers. I mean, come on, this is stupid of you to say even. I mean, isn't it clear that all the Bible says that Jesus is God? Isn't it Jesus says to the disciple says, show us the Father, and that's it. When he says show us the Father, he's talking about show us God. And then he said to him, I am with you all this time, and the one who's, and you do not know me yet. The one who saw me, he saw the Father. There's nobody claiming to be a prophet. He can say, if you see me, you see God. Isn't it Jesus says, I am from above, you are from below? Isn't it Jesus says, I am out of this world, you are of this world? How do you explain that? Isn't it Jesus says, before Abraham I am? So we do not need you to say they think. And especially you just say that Jesus himself, he thought he is the Son of God. So when you say, I think they believe, but you just say it, Jesus himself, he thought. So what do you mean you say they think? Are you stupid or what? Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? Because if he said that Jesus, he thought he is God, then it doesn't make sense to say that the disciple, they think that he is God. Because this is not they think anymore. If the person they follow, he himself, he thought according to you stupid words. I mean, this guy is a scholar. Where do you get this from? Listen carefully.
Crisis is more commensurate with the Muslim idea than it is with the Christian one.
I wouldn't say that they line up well with the Muslim view. I really do think.
Actually, this guy, when he laughs, is like a Kamala Harris, the Joe Biden, suddenly like, he jumped like a turtle, Obviously, he had no balance on his head. Go, tell us more.
Jesus was crucified, and then he really was dead and buried. I'm not interested in whether Jesus was the Son of God, because I don't think there's a God. And so,
my understanding is that your conclusion is that Jesus Christ was a messianic prophet.
Jesus Christ was messianic prophet. Hey Muslims, your stupid Mimi hijab saying to the guy, Jesus is not the Messiah. Did you hear it? He's asking the guy to confirm that Jesus is not the Messiah. He is a messianic prophet. What does that mean? How you can be messianic prophet? I mean, have you ever heard of a donkey like this? Continue.
I think he thought that he was a son of God.
I think he thought that he is a son of God. So how this stupid idiot, he says later that the disciple, they thought he is God. They thought. If he himself, he think. When I say stupid is amazing, I have many reasons to say that.
All of them think that in some sense, Jesus is God. If you think that the Bible cannot have any mistakes in it, if you're shown a mistake, then you just refuse to admit it's a mistake. You think either it can be reconciled in some way, or that there's something we just don't understand about it, or, we have, and
in
Mimi hijab, is that the original copy of the interview, or this is part of it? Anyway, this video here is 3 minutes, but I don't know how to finish those 3 minutes. Honestly, I don't know how to. I did not watch it all. How we can finish those 3 minutes? Continue.
Or we have and
in the Quran, it's mentioned if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is
in the Quran, it's mentioned, if this book is from other than God, you will find a lot of contradiction. Mimi hijab, a challenge for you. Potato, tell us which one Allah he created first, the stars or the trees, the stars or the mountains. Muslims, I have a challenge for all the Muhammadan in the world. We just heard your brother, the one who's biting his lips and his tits. The Quran says, if this is a book from other than Allah, then you will find a lot of contradiction.
Any contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not.
Look at this another finger. This is one more finger to you. Because there is contradiction or not, It doesn't make any difference. I can write a book now, have no contradiction. So look what you did to yourself, you stupid. He just gave you a finger saying to you that you're stupid God. When he said this verse, obviously he's an idiot. Because that proved nothing. I put the condition myself. And then you have to prove the condition I put myself against myself. So if I go right now and write a book, have zero contradiction, that's mean I am God. Let me write one right now. I drank coffee in the morning and then I ate some cookies. And then I called Zakir Naik and then he answered me and we laughed. And then I went online. And then I went to the bathroom. I praised Allah 3 times. Because you have to, you know, shake it 3 times, as you know, Prophet said. Show me the contradiction. So, the stupid you, I love it when you inserted a verse from the Quran. And I like it how he answered you back so fast in the speed of light. Giving you a finger, showing you that the one who gave you this idea that if a book has zero contradiction is stupid. Because that proved nothing. As an example, if I now go and read the book of Borat, and then we find there's no contradiction, that means he's God. Do you see the stupidity? And imagine, people, this video is posted by Mimi Hijab after editing. I mean, this guy, he is so stupid to the point he did not notice how much insulting it is. The video in front of me is not even 3 minutes. If you ever dare to talk about contradiction in the Quran, because every chapter in the Quran is a contradiction itself. Let me show you a contradiction. This is easy. You do not even need to prove it. Shall we? Just for a fun. Okay? Candy camera. Look at this one. I want Mimi Hijab to make a video about this one and explain to us how the Quran in chapter 5 verse number 3 saying that today Allah, he completed your religion for you. Today Allah completed your religion today. Look at this. It says here, this day, it's not he thought. So don't play the game of Alexander the Great. He thought maybe this day Allah. He's saying this day. Which day? The day Muhammad received the verse. I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have it chosen for you Islam as your religion. Abdul, as long as Allah, he completed Islam. So what all of this? I'm just scrolling back. I'm just scrolling the same page. I'm just scrolling down in the same chapter. What the heck is that? The guy, he just said, today I completed I completed Islam for you, but he kept talking. Do I even need to prove it that Allah is a stupid God? I just said Islam is completed. I just said Islam is finished. I just said I completed my favor for you. And then after all of this, after you say that verse, you keep talking? So what are you doing? You are completing more? Do you see how easy to prove Islam to be a fraud? Imagine there is somebody, he said to you, I'm done. It's perfect now. And then after he say it's done, it's perfect, he said, oh, hold on, like there's a hole here. Oh, hold on, let us say somebody is saying to you, I fix your house, okay? So, I'm done, sir, I'm done, the house is done, okay? And then, you know, he go, oh, there's a hole here. Oh, there's a nail there. Oh, the paint is not there. I'm going to paint. Oh, the window, I need to fix the window. Oh, the fan is not working. Oh, look, the switch is not working. Oh, that man, the door, like the door is coming down. You know, the tiles, look at the tiles here. Oh, the bathroom, man, the bathroom. The faucet is not working there. There's a leak. You know, so Allah, He completed Islam today. And in case you do not know, the verses after that, they did not even come in the same day. Isn't it, this is a clear contradiction? You do not even need to debate about it. Because if I say, I finished, it means it's finished. If I say I completed, my favor upon you. I mean, how clear it is to say I completed. It looked like Allah, He was making hummus. And then after He finished the hummus, He said, uh-oh, there's more hummus need to be smashed. Hummus! This is the book which you Muslims saying, I mean, we are not even saying anything yet. Shall we continue the 3 minutes and finish it? Because this will take forever. I mean, every second. And by the way, maybe if you watch the video by yourself, you know, don't notice what we are showing you, right? Because this is what we do. Maybe if you watch yourself, you will not notice what we are saying. That this is a horrible video. This is the best video ever Mimi Hijab he did in his lifetime. Because this is an extremely important interview. Not because that this guy who don't believe in the Messiah, he is saying, who care what he say, but because when a Muslims, they invite him to prove a point, it means the Muslim approve him to be a scholar. It means the Muslims, they accept his opinion to be an evident. It means that the Muslims are bringing this guy, giving the offer from their time, making an invitation, editing the video, filtering what he said. This is after filtration, after editing. Because remember, the one was recording, it's not the guy, it was Mimi Hijab. So the original video is there. God knows what the guy, he said more. After filtering, we got this garbage. Exposing Muhammad.
On whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
What he said?
Inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
I skipped
I've
this
had
one.
phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
I mean, look how simple. And look at the smile in the mouth of the coward who don't dare to say to him anything. Did you notice that Mimi Hijab is sitting like a little female, shy? What happened to Mimi Hijab, you finished boy? He just said to you, I have a perfect phone book. You said to him, I have a Quran. This guy just said to you, my phone book is better than your Quran, you idiot. And what you do in return, you give us a cute yellow smile. May Allah bless you. This is the interview you are proud about? My yellow pages book is perfect. Hey Muhammad Hijab, is your yellow book is perfect? If it is, why you Muslim change it then? According to you Muslims, you say the first verses Muhammad you receive is Iqra. You remember when the angel he squeezed Muhammad 3 times and no mayonnaise came out? 3 times. He squeezed him, no mayonnaise. He squeezed him again, and he said to him, Iqra. And we do not know why 3 times until the Muslim cannot tell us why 3 times. Everything in Islam is 3 times. So this is the first revelation came to Muhammad. So why it is chapter 96 today? What happened? Is the Quran organized like the phone book? The phone book, you go by the alphabet. you will find nothing. You will not find a person, his name is Mimi, his name between Gigi. In the Quran, you will find the story of Musa's way all over. Which chapter we can find, like, we go to see how God created the earth and the heaven, we go to the book of Genesis. In the Quran, you find it all over the place. The Yellow Pages book is more organized than the Quran, and it is perfect. The Quran is not. And if the Muslim, they want to say that the Quran is perfect the way it's made, so why you change the revelation order? Why you change it? If Allah gave it to you in a way, why in the world do you want to correct how Allah gave you your book? Unless it is not right. Tell us about the Yellow Pages. Guys, we are in the 1 minute and 19 seconds. Unbelievable. How I'm going to finish this book video.
Books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
You know what? I'm going to stop here. I will make a second video about it because this is, taking so long.